Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shetler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Get ready because Tyler Richardson and the High Bank Boys are coming to Sigourney on Saturday, April 26th at Enchanted Events, 20595 255th Street, just south of Sigourney. Order your tickets online by going to enchantedeventsvenue.com or find the Enchanted Events Facebook page for the ticket links. There are 3 different ticket options: general admission, VIP, or reserve. Doors open at 7 and the cash bar and band starts at 8. It's Tyler Richardson and the High Bank Boys, Saturday, April 26th at Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show.
And now, your hosts of the Card Subject to Change podcast, the For Frequency's Sake Tag Team Champions of the World, the Wizard CZ, and never wrong, Nick Bull.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Card Subject to Change podcast, the podcast by the fan, for the fan. Of course, I'm never wrong, Nick Bull, one of your hosts. We'll get to my co-host here in a second, but we are, of course, powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo, and protected by Jared Zook of Country Financial. We want to thank them right off the top. Without them, we could not be doing this, but we may look a little different today. We're kind of giving you a peek behind the curtain here. Of course, I'm never wrong, Nick Bull. Joining me as my co-host, we are the co-champs of the For Frequency's Sake Tag Team Championship Network. It's a very busy week for us. We'll get to that in a little bit. Regardless, we're glad you're here. I'm so glad he's here. The show doesn't run without him. He is the one. He is the only. He is the Wizard CZ. Wiz, how you doing, bud?
Man, I'm feeling good, and we are broadcasting. I'm gonna just give you a peek. We are recording now and showing this later. So if you're watching live, we're not talking. You're talking to us. I'll probably see the comments later, but we're not going to be responding to direct comments because we're not live. But we are here in the fabulous Highview Lounge and Studios, and I'm happy to be here, man. This is exciting.
Yeah, a little peek behind the curtain here. We're kind of getting set up, a little trial run here of how we wanted to get our production set up for our show coming to you Saturday night. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. We have a show coming Saturday night. You know, oh, why is there an empty chair?
It's not because I didn't bathe. I did bathe.
He did. He does not smell bad. I can smell him, and he doesn't smell bad. The fact of the matter is this chair will be filled Saturday night when we do an immediate reacts after night 1 of WrestleMania. But today it stays empty. We had a guest. We had a guest for the show, and we're not throwing him under the bus by any means. This guy is a wanted man in a wanted business, and CZ and myself could not be happier for him. This guy is in demand this weekend. He's going to be on the biggest indie wrestling show of WrestleMania weekend. He's the one called Manders. We had been in contact with Manders for a few months about doing a show right before WrestleMania. This was before the Zack Sabre Jr. match was announced.
Yes.
So we were in talks with him. This was before he went over and won the 16 karat gold championship in the West Side Extreme Wrestling organization over in Germany.
And
this
he's
is
now
before
the actual champion.
Yep. And this is before he won the WXW championship.
And you can see a great image of him with that WXW championship right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Manders and I had been talking back and forth for a couple of months, and I knew going into it that this was going to be a busy time for him. I knew it was going to be questionable whether we'd get him on, so we had a plan B in place, and that's what we're here, the plan B. And that plan B, I'm just going to pull the Band-Aid off right now. WrestleMania the Opera, as presented to you by Never wrong, Nick Bull.
Here we go. Here we go. No, you tossed me that idea. I'm like, I cannot. The brain ain't working. I'll talk wrestling all day, but I don't know if I could break out an opera. But we're going to call it a mixed bag of sorts.
Yes.
WrestleMania mystery gift bag or mystery grab bag. We're going to talk everything WrestleMania week. Not as much WrestleMania, but WrestleMania week. And kind of break down what we're looking forward to, kind of break down what to watch as we head in here. We're less than a week away from WrestleMania. I mean, I don't know what it was the night of Royal Rumble when Jay won, and they flash up how many days it was until WrestleMania. Because I'm not going to lie to you, last weekend felt like WrestleMania weekend.
Yes.
This
Because
weekend,
it's so much later.
it's so much later. It just throws you off. So we're less than a week away with night one on Saturday night. So we're in the home stretch here. Very exciting week. Of course, it's Sunday. You're here. You're watching us. Card subject to change. The Wizard CZ, never wrong, Nick Bull. We're happy you're here. And this is a big time for us. This is like the lead up to Christmas. This is the biggest week of wrestling. If you're
Wrestle Christmas, if you
Wrestle
will.
Christmas, if you're
If you will.
if you're a wrestling fan. So this is a big deal. If you're a wrestling fan, big time, a lot of stuff going on, and you want to choose and spend your time wisely, both with what you're watching and who you're spending it with. So,
Right. 'Cause
wise
there is
tips.
a lot going on.
Absolutely. Where do you want to start?
Man, let's just get right into it. We talked about Manders off the top. You and I, for the last couple of years, we've been really into the collective
Yep.
with GCW. Few shows we're going to highlight, but the biggest match outside of WrestleMania that I am looking forward to, and not just because we're friends with Manders, but because I'm a fan of both of these gentlemen in the ring, is Manders, the one called Manders, taking on Zack Sabre Jr. at Joey Janela's Spring Break.
Yeah. If you would have told me this a year ago, I would have been, really? That's what's going to happen? Like, mine would have been blown. Because about a year ago, Zack Sabre Jr. had that amazing match with Bryan Danielson
Right.
in Ring of Honor. It was just a technical masterpiece. And you knew it was going to be a technical masterpiece. I have a feeling this match, Zack Sabre Jr., who is one of, if not the best technical wrestler in the business today. He tries to keep this a scientific and technical match. Meanwhile, Manders is going to do all he can to make all hell break loose
Oh, yes.
to get his upper edge. So I am excited for this match. Yes, I can be biased. It's my podcast. It's his it's our podcast. We can be biased and happy for our friend, but we are definitely looking forward to the one called Manders, a guy we've seen wrestle in Iowa City and Bluegrass and Walcott, among other places. A guy who always remembers you and says hello, gives you a hug, a hearty handshake, and no matter what, always has time for you.
Yes.
And we are so happy and pumped for him. And then I remember when I found out about this match, CZ, I just sent you the graphic. I didn't even send you, hey, I heard about this. I just sent you the graphic. I did a double take to make sure it wasn't a spoof account or where it came from. But I simply couldn't believe it. Now, listen, we've always believed in Manders, but I think now with this match, yes, he's a veteran of GCW. It's not his first GCW show.
Right.
But I think a opponent of this magnitude, an opponent that's this respected by so many and works in so many places all over the world, and Manders gets his chance at him. It says a lot about where Manders, what he's done. He puts in the work, where he's come from, what he's going to do. But this has got to be the biggest match of Manders' career, in my opinion.
Has to be.
And all for good reason. It's part of Joey Janela's Spring Break. I believe it's 9, right? Spring Break 9.
I'd have to look. I believe. So.
Not a big deal. It's spring. It's the Friday night show for GCW as part of the collective. But what did you think? What were your thoughts when this came up about Manders and taking on Zack Sabre Jr.?
Well, I think I know I was by myself when I got the graphic. But if I had been with anybody, they would have seen like the cartoon wolf looking at the hot lady with the eyes bugging out. That would have been me. My jaw dropped, my eyes bugged out. I've always been a big Zack Sabre Jr. fan, and I've always been a big fan of what Manders brings to the table in the ring and out of the ring. Like Nick was talking about, this match is going to be for the ages. If you're an independent wrestling fan, if you don't have Triller TV, you can get a free trial if you have never had it before. We are not shills for Triller TV by any means. They're not sponsoring us. We have nothing to do with them. Get it for the collective. You won't be disappointed. There are tons of good shows. We're going to highlight a few of them. This match in particular, I'll just tell you right now, it's going to happen while SmackDown is on. So the go home to SmackDown is going to be going on right around the same time.
Yeah, you have that's the glory. That's the greatness of today's technology. You can pick one and just go watch the one immediately. It'll record, or you can go back and watch it. So yeah, it will air during SmackDown, the go home for WrestleMania, and I'm sure that go home SmackDown CZ is going to have some big time matches because there's going to be some people left off the main card.
I know the Andre is part of that.
And the Andre is part of that. So choose wisely. Choose what you're going to enjoy, what you want to see live. And I know what I want to see live. And I'm going to be being very biased. I can be, but I'm going to watch, the Janela Zack Sabre Jr. match live. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to read about it. I can live if I read about the rest of those. But this one I wouldn't be able to, with a friend of the show like Manders having possibly the biggest match of his career up until this point. He's got big matches ahead, but this one is definitely a big one. Let's talk about what else sticks out to you on that card for Joey Janela's Spring Break.
Well, you have the card pulled up, I believe.
Yep.
I have looked at it briefly. I have not. While Nick finds his phone,
listen
a little bit.
The cushions of this chair will take your soul if you're not careful. As they just took my phone, they're relentless.
I will say before you bring up the card, one last thing.
Absolutely.
Cowboy, if you're watching, we appreciate you. We love you. Good luck this week, and good luck with everything you have going on. Thank you for considering coming on with us. That's the last thing I'm going to say. Manders, we love you. But let's get another look at that card. What other matches do we have, Nick?
For Joey Janela's Spring Break number 9. Of course, we talked about the aforementioned Zack Sabre Jr. versus the one called Manders. It's just a special singles match. GCW does some interesting things, and I've never seen this, and I'm gonna see one. They are they're having a senior scramble match.
Oh, okay.
A senior scramble match. The participants, the likes of Doug Gilbert, Wildfire, Tommy Rich, Ricky Morton, the Warlord, George South, and Mike Jackson.
Okay, that's a hell of a lineup.
The senior scramble match.
Can I just? Whoa, that was not good. This chair almost ate me alive.
Yeah,
you all saw it. This chair almost ate me
my
alive.
chair is trying to eat my soul, and that chair just about took your life.
So you mentioned a lot of great names. I'll talk about the one Ricky Morton, who has been on the indie scene a lot now, at his age, doing a lot of spectacular things, and I cannot see him walking out of that match without the win, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have no idea what the senior scramble enthralls, but the Warlord on a card on the week of WrestleMania 41, how surreal. I'm looking forward to that. They're having a single match for the Jersey Championship Wrestling, Jersey Championship World Championship. Your current champ, Masha Slamovich, taking on Suzu Suzuki. We have a 6-man tag of Los Desperados, Perez, Gringo Loco,
All
I'm a
right.
fan of, and Jack Cartwheel, taking on the Wagner family, Dr. Wagner Jr., El Hijo del Wagner, Dr. Wagner Jr., and Galeno del Mal. We have a mask versus anything career anything goes match.
Okay.
So I'm sure this one's already going to be better than the Jericho Bandito match. But it's Atticus Cogar's career versus Fuego del Sol's mask.
That's a big one.
Very big one.
Now, you mentioned it being better than the Jericho Desperado match. They really didn't set the bar that high though. So I think pole vaulting over it is going to be easy for those two.